Hello everyone, how are you doing? If you're new to Life's Dilemma, welcome. And today I'll be discussing about protecting your preschool child. So protecting your preschool child. At this stage of preschool, the preschool child is not aware of abuse, and they are not aware of the boundaries of their body. So I encourage parents to be careful with who they expose their children to. With this confused state of life that we live in, there seems to be a lot of safe but dangerous people around, and most of these people are in families, relatives, close families, extended families. They are literally everywhere, and parents have the habit of leaving their children with everyone. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but you can't be negligent with this. You have to be very observant with everyone that you leave your child with. And most of the abusers tend to rally around children, and they have the habit of, like they are like nuggets. They tend to grab these children. They are so likable that the children seem to like them, and then when they gain their trust, that's where the abuse come in. So most of these abusers, children who are abused, are known by the people who abuse them most of the time. It's only in exceptional cases where maybe you're in the wrong place at the wrong time and you get someone who is not mentally stable abuse you. But 90% of the time, the abusers are known to the people who abuse them. They are very known to them. And so until a child understands what the boundaries of their bodies are, the places not to touch or touch, you have to know the mental capacity of this child that you have. Until they're able to understand the boundaries, you have to be very careful. These pedophiles tend to be around parents who have children, and so be self-aware of all the people around you. Everyone, close friends, like you can't trust anyone. And even in churches, yes, in churches, I said churches. When you go to church, and then maybe they have Sunday schools for children, just go there impromptu, just see if they change the staff, the type of staff there before you leave them, because nowadays you hear about people using children for rituals. And trust me, the devils are also in the church, so you can't overlook anywhere. Like, just have a tired eye everywhere you go. Like, everyone is a suspect, until proven otherwise. Just have that mentality around children. You have to, we are in a dark ages now, and you can't underestimate anyone. Also, the other thing I've realized is that people also have the tendency to rent their houses to strangers, and knowing that nowadays things are expensive and you want to make some extra money, they rent their houses to people they don't know the background of the person. They just make an advert, and then lo and behold, they get someone. They are thinking of the money that they'll be getting every month. But if you have a child in the house and they sleep in their own rooms, and I hear of stories where these people are pedophiles, and what they do, they sexually abuse the children in the night. You can't now underestimate, it's not just girls that most of the time people are focusing on, it's also the boys as well. So we live in a dark age, so just be wary of that. And it's better not to rent houses to people, especially when you have children there, because sometimes what the parents tend to do is to leave that person with their children, and this is where they get access to the children to abuse them as well. So I think it's best to avoid renting your house to children, to people when you have very little children there. Also, abuses can happen anywhere. When your child go to school, ask them, chat to them, ask them how they are finding school, because there are mental abuses as well. It's not always physical. There are some mental abuses as well. So chat to your child, ask them how they are feeling at school, on their way back home, and make sure that they feel inclusive. If you have the habit of chatting to your child whilst they are in preschool and form a good trust between the two of you, they tend to tell you everything. They will literally tell you everything that happens to them or what issues they are having, and in forming this good relationship with them, they are aware that there's no secret between there's no point keeping secrets with anyone, and they have to tell you everything, and they are able to bond better with you. So there's no issues that they'll be hiding with you, and if they have any concerns, immediately they will tell you. And I cannot state which age that you should be discussing these issues with the child about body boundaries, but I think the mental age of children are very different. Some children mature very quickly, especially the girls do mature very quickly. So it's up to you, the parent, to gauge when it's appropriate to discuss these issues with them. So you have to find the mental age that they could understand what the boundaries are and how to protect themselves. So I think that the parent is the best judge of when it's appropriate to discuss these issues with them. So this is the few things I've got to say. But I think the main focus here is be vigilant. You can't be extra vigilant. You need to be extra vigilant. And I even hear of fathers who abuse their children, step parents. It's everywhere. So you can't be negligent here, and have a close relationship with a child that they'll tell you everything. And when a child says something, believe them. Then believe the child, and have a third eye, and keep safe. And bye.